everybody. Welcome to Sky Buddy Podcast Trial 55. I'm not sure if we've done trial, but we're going with it. I am one of your hosts, Al Broody. On the other end of the line there, we got Matty Brook Daddy. How's it going, Matt?
It's going.
It's going?
How's it going with you?
Man, it's going.
Sore. You glad you can finally eat whatever you want?
I'm fatigued and I am eating. Oh, yes. I'm eating like crazy. I don't want it. I'm not even hungry. I just, fuck it. Let's eat something. Nom, 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 nom.
That's me a lot of the time.
Nom, 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 nom. Not even hungry. I'm so full, but there's more food. Nom, 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 nom. So,
That's one thing I've always been like, is like, I feel like I could always be snacking on something.
I could always eat. I always
Like,
scoff
when
ask
I
me,
go
"You
grocery
hungry?"
shopping, it's like I try and like find like, what do I want to munch on at my desk? And I went grocery shopping today, and I got a family size of Cheez-Its, and that will probably be gone in like 2 or 3 days.
David Blaine, cheese it.
I'm so happy people still reference that when I say Cheez-Its.
Cheese
You know what
it.
else is orange? I don't know. Cheez-Its. Open up your cup.
David, what the F? What the F, David Blaine? That video is timeless. Those videos.
Oh, I was gonna say there's like 4 or 5 of them.
There's too many. It's my high school yearbook. What?
What the F?
David.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I got some M&Ms and a bag of
Nice.
Oreos.
Nice.
What you gonna do? You know, gotta munch
Nice.
on something. But yeah, dude, the competition was fun. Ogden and Salt
Good.
Lake City, Utah.
You got
are
what, second?
frickin' Beautiful. I got second in the open men's bodybuilding class. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm happy with that. So
Yeah.
thumbs up. Got a pretty cool trophy.
All the hard work was worth it.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. The show day was fun. Really fun. I met some cool ass people.
Nice.
They were very. Backstage is always really fun at a show because everybody understands they've done all the same shit for the past 5-6 months or whatever, 4 or 5 months, and
Yeah.
it's all up to this point. So everybody's like really nice to each other. It's like, okay,
We all bust our asses for the past couple months. Like,
yeah. It's almost like it's like not even. It is a competition, yes, but it's just like pretty much
Yeah.
just like here's what we accomplished. Look at us,
Yeah.
it's collectively like this is crazy. So it was fun. But
Good.
Ogden, Utah, and Salt Lake are friggin' beautiful, man. It's just surrounded by like right now snow-capped mountains, and wow, it was kind of like breathtaking at some views. We were right at the base of a mountain there. We just stayed at the Best Western. Left Thursday night, got there late, like 11, and then stayed till Sunday afternoon.
Nice.
Saturday was a competition. Sunday was just a kind of day to bum around
Relax.
Utah. Yeah, got In-N-Out Burger twice.
I saw that. I saw you posted like, I think you got it that night, right?
Oh yeah, it was like 11 o'clock
Yeah.
at night.
And then like
And-
you posted again
yeah.
about it like the next day, and I'm like, did
Wait
he
a
get it
minute.
again, or is he just posting again about it?
Yeah, we were driving and we are like, what do you want for lunch? I'm kind of hungry. And we just like we passed one. We're like, we're gonna flip around. So, because can't get it anywhere
Yeah.
else. I mean, I'll probably won't have it again for another like 8 or 9 months. We're planning to
What-
go to
What is
Vegas.
like if you had to equate it to an East Coast? Because I've heard it's like kind of like equivalent to
Guys.
something on the East Coast. What would it be?
Five Guys.
Anything? Five Guys? Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
But I mean, people always compare it to that. But Five Guys is extremely greasier.
Okay.
Have you had Five Guys?
Oh
You've had
yeah.
Five Guys?
Yeah.
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 You know when they give you a bag of fries, it just almost the
Yeah.
bag dissolves pretty
Yeah.
much. Now, like their fries at In-N-Out are done in sunflower oil, and they're really thin,
Instead of
like
peanut.
shoestring fries.
Okay.
So they're damn good. And their burger patties are like thinner. So like getting a double burger is like a regular burger, which is the same thing at Five Guys actually. But Five Guys seems a little bit thicker.
Five Guys. If you get the Five Guys burgers, patties aren't that thin, are they?
No, they're not that thin.
No.
They're decent size, but the ones at In-N-Out are a little bit thinner.
Okay.
But dude, In-N-Out's milkshakes, wow, it was so thick I couldn't even like. It was one of these ones. couldn't even drink it. I had to literally open the thing and eat it with my straw. So, one of those deals to dip it in.
It was too thick for him. Couldn't handle it.
There was no spoons. I don't understand why. I mean, you guys have real ice cream milkshakes.
Freezing.
But it was amazing. It was very, 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 very good. But
Good.
Anyway, I digress. Good weekend. It was a good weekend, man. Since we traveled, it was six and a half hours of traveling.
That's not
Played a
too
lot of
bad.
Switch. Oh no, dude! It was driving home to 24 hours to go home for Christmas or something. Six
Yeah.
and a half hours is chump change.
I mean,
so,
I've done 6-hour round trip drives in one day for
yep.
climbing. So it's like
hmm
doing it over the course of like a 4-day period. It's like
Dude, it's nothing. It
that's
was
nothing. Yeah.
Played a lot of Switch handheld though. So
Which you playing? Still Zelda?
No, I deviated from Zelda. I didn't play Zelda once actually. I played World of Light, and
Okay.
I'm just trying to collect spirits, and build my skill tree. But I'm like 17, 18 hours in of World of Light. It's just like I'm getting there, but I can't find like the one or two last bosses I need to get to break the shield to actually beat it. So I gotta find that
Yeah.
mofo. But it's getting
Alright.
easier because I unlocked more spirits. I can take easier paths. I can use those spirits to fight people I couldn't previously fight with like specific floor damages like zap floor. You get some spirits that make you immune to such things. So it's fun though. I'm having a really good time. I'm playing mostly with Link now. So
Nice.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so that was my week pretty much, even though we didn't really segue too well into that. But what about you? What have you been up to, buddy?
What have I been up to? I perfected Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 finally
Ooh,
after
I
like
it.
40 or 50 some hours.
I
So
guess
I
it's
don't
not bad.
I don't know what I'm gonna go after. Well, I mean, previous Lego games have taken me like 20, 25.
Hmm.
This one took me a little bit longer.
Hey, another.
I don't know what I'm
perfected
gonna
game,
go for next. I think I might. I don't know if I want to knock out another Lego game or if I want to go for something else because I still have, I
man.
think,
Excuse me.
3 or 4 Lego games I can still do on my Steam list. I have Lego Batman 3, Lego DC Superheroes, and Lego Jurassic World.
Got a crazy idea, dude. Do them all.
The thing
Crazy
is, like,
idea,
the
right?
tough part with perfecting the Lego games is like just going back into
Grinding.
the hub world and collecting like all the gold bricks and all the characters and all that stuff because it's like you have to get like 250 gold bricks and it's like some of the things aren't necessarily straightforward and you have to go back and replay the levels 2 or 3 times sometimes.
Use a guide, man. Use a guide.
Oh, I started using a guide because in Superheroes 2, it's like you gotta complete, I think it was like 25 challenges or something in the hub world. And it was like,
Okay.
you gotta find these 5 people entrapped in ice in this one part of the hub world. And it was like, I would fly around and couldn't find them. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just opening up a guide, finding where these things are.
Fucking.
And even then, after using a guide, it still probably took me 2 or 3 hours to do all of it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even imagine if I didn't use a guide, how long it would take.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so I
Interesting.
perfected that.
Boss.
Started the Devil May Cry series.
You've never played them before?
I've never played any of the Devil May Cries, and
Sweet.
I played about an hour and a half of it, of the first one, which you can tell it's pretty dated, like just graphics wise, and you can tell it's, I want to say it's from the 90s,
Ooh.
but like the music in the very beginning is like rock with like guitar solos and riffs that are like kind of mixed in with like electronic music, it felt like. So so it was first released in 01, so it was close to the 90s.
Okay, close.
But it's just like when you hear the music, you're like, yeah, this game was from
Okay,
like
this
early
is old.
2000s, late 90s. Like, all right, like I can get behind this.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But yeah, so I'm slowly gonna knock that out because I got the Devil May Cry HD collection, which has like 3 of the games in it.
You streaming it?
Yeah. I
Nice.
streamed it a little bit last week, and then I was busy from. I was trying to do like Tuesday Thursday stream schedules, but now
Yeah.
at least for the next like 2 weeks, I'm doing D&D on Thursdays with my friends.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
Which actually we just had our first like session last weekend
Nice.
of like actually playing, and it was pretty fun.
Matt's gonna be a mage. Matt's gonna be a mage.
No, I'm a tank.
Fuck. Is
Like,
there even a mage?
Yeah, you can have like a wizard, but I'm like someone that's just like
Okay.
has really high armor, and like so to hit me you need to roll really high to even hit. So it's like, I'm safe, which is nice. And I also hit really hard. But it was
Nice.
funny because like I like the role playing aspect of it, cause like I know the guy who's being the DM, and we were playing,
That's
and
Dungeon Master
we-
for those who don't know
yeah.
what that means.
and we went and we killed this one guy in this cave. And we're like, all right, well, let's go back and let's look at this other part where like we heard people before. So like we went back and we looked, and my buddy's like, describing the guys, and he's like, there's one guy up on the cliff, it looks like he's kind of in charge of everyone else. And like we were about to walk, and I was like, wait, guys, hold on, I got this. And I went back. I was like, no. I went back and cut off the head of the guy that we killed that was like the leader in the cave, and walked back out. It was like, and just like convinced the guy not to fight us essentially. Which is cool because it's
100.
like I'm sure that caught my friend off guard, and he just went with it, and
So, is this just tabletop or is this like a video game?
it's tabletop. So
Okay.
like the DM is like being all the other characters in the campaign, and he's just kind of rolling with what we go with. Like there's basic stuff, it seems like, where it's
Okay.
like the campaign he has is one that's out there, and there's like certain characters in it, and it's just like he has their stats and stuff, and it's just kind of he rolls with what we do.
So,
So like
when
he
you-
wasn't
like,
he wasn't expecting me to go back and cut the guy's head off and try to convince him that way. Like he might have been expecting us to try and possibly talk our way out of fighting, but he didn't expect me to go back, cut a guy's head off, and then come back with it.
So what did you just say that you were doing that? So
Yeah,
you're
so
saying
it's
that,
like we were sitting there, and like he was like,
I
all
am
right,
back
like you
into
look
it.
in, you see like 6 goblins and one guy up with a hostage that looks like he's in charge. And I was like, all right. I run back, I cut his head off, and then I come back with the head. And my buddy was like, okay. And he's like, what do you do
Okay.
there? He's like, what do you do there? And I was like, well, I walk in and I'm gonna try and convince him not to fight us.
Look
that's
what I
essentially
did
what
to
it
your leader.
That's
This will be
essentially what I did.
you.
I was like, hey, you see whose head this is? And he just like rolled with it. He's like, yeah, that's my boss. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't want that to happen to you, let's talk. And he's like, all right.
Okay, let's sit down.
But
sit down.
it's really cool because it's like one of those things where it's like before we even got in that fight, we like tied someone up outside the cave. That was like a guard, and when we came back
Okay.
out, the guard got away and ran off. And like we left the head with the guy that we talked to, so it's like if they come back, they're gonna not realize, they're gonna think that guy killed the leader, and it's gonna be like, no, we're getting off scot-free and stuff like that. I'm excited
okay.
to keep it going. It seems like a lot
That's
of fun.
pretty sweet, man. That actually does seem like a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it's
to be
like
honest.
I think you need a good dungeon master to make it good.
Yeah.
But like I know my buddy, he's been the DM for at least 1 or 2 other groups and has played like with 3 or 4 groups. So like he has enough experience that he knows like
Good.
what seems to work well, what doesn't.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sounds
And
like
then I went up to Brooklyn for the weekend to see my one climbing friend
Brooklyn.
who lives and works up there.
How was that? How's the traffic?
So,
Ugh.
traffic wasn't terrible. It took me. GPS said it was originally going to take about 2 hours to get up there. It took me
It's
about
not bad at all.
2:15, 2:30 to get up there, because on the way up, I
Yeah.
hit traffic just outside of New York. Because
you
there
don't
was an
say.
accident. Well, there was an accident, which
You don't say.
made all 6 lanes come to a crawl.
Yeah,
Which
95.
kind of sucked. Yep.
Yep, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't there be
So
traffic? Why wouldn't there be an accident?
that was the worst part, and then driving through Manhattan was a pain in the ass, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
I had to do work
but
in Manhattan one time, and I got
yeah,
there 3 hours early, just in case.
yeah. But I mean, once we got out there, it's pretty chill. Took my Switch up because,
Fuck yeah.
like, I guess it was shortly after Smash came out. I posted something to my story on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, she was like, "Is that Super Smash Bros. On the Switch?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yup.
And she's like, "We were just playing that at work, because some guy got it and brought it in." And she
Mhm.
was like, "Next time we hang out, I'm gonna need to play that with you because I need to learn how to play it." I was like, "All right." And I was going up to visit her in Brooklyn, so I took it up with me. Didn't tell her, and just took it up.
Oh,
And
ultra
we got there.
surprise.
And I don't remember how I brought it up. I was like, "Yeah, I brought my Switch," and she was like, "You are amazing and the best." And I was like, "I know."
Question.
Yes.
Did you bring your Pro Controller
Yes.
and the thing to slide the Joy-Cons into?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 'Cause
Well,
if
I
you
got
handed
two
her-
Pro controllers now, because so this is what happened.
I didn't know you were doing that well, man.
I think well here's so I think before you moved out west, there's that one time you came over when I was still living with my
Yes.
parents. And like the
Yes.
one controller, the buttons would stick sometimes because the beer
You
got
spilled
spilled on
soda
it
on it,
one
like
time.
second day or beer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
shortly, like within months after I got it.
Yeah.
And with Mario Maker 2 coming out, I want like a fresh controller. Cause like sometimes the one like the X or the Y button, whatever is where Square is on a PlayStation.
So why? Fuck it! Don't quote me
Yes.
on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Wherever, I think it is Y because I think it's X on
X is on top.
Xbox. Because X and Y are not. X is not in the same spot as X on Xbox, and X is at the top on Xbox, right?
There's
No, X is
there's a
on the
meme.
X is on the side. I don't know.
There's a meme with all
Yeah.
the Xbox controller, PS controller, and Switch controller. It says, "This
Yeah.
is why I have trust issues." And
X is in 3 different spots. Yeah.
yeah, I have no fucking idea.
Um,
So yeah,
I think it's the Y button, wherever the square button is on PlayStation.
okay.
But
It's
yeah, so
sticky.
it's like that sometimes will stick,
Hmm.
and that's gonna be the run button. I'm assuming in Mario Maker.
Okay.
So it's like
We'll
I'm
see,
just gonna
we'll
get a
see.
fresh. I'm just gonna get a fresh controller. Use
And
that.
speaking of fresh controller and Switch and blah blah blah, next Tuesday, the 11th, Ashley flies out. So I'm gonna be here by myself with a Switch and a PS4 from the 11th through July 5th. So
So you got
I'm
like a week and a
gaming.
half of Mario Maker by yourself.
yeah, but before that, I still have Smash, which we have barely played together, which I'd like to play
Yeah.
more of, and
I'd be
we
down.
have Kart,
Yep.
and yeah, we gotta play.
But yeah, I mean, I took it up, showed her Smash a little bit, and I think if she were to have more time with it, she could grasp it, but she wasn't like doing super well with grasping like the fighting mechanics.
Gotcha.
Played a little bit of Mario Odyssey up there, and
Dude,
played the
such a great
2-player
game.
mode, which was really interesting. I don't know if you played 2-player mode on that at
Yeah,
all.
of course. Me and Ashley play all the time.
Yeah, I was.
She's always Cappy.
The only gripe I have with that is I wish it would split the screen if Cappy got off the screen. That just made it a little
Yeah.
bit difficult. And then played some
Yeah.
kart, and she
Nice,
actually did
nice.
pretty well in kart. Like
Good.
I think I still beat her most times, but there was a couple levels she gave me a ram for my money and actually
Good.
beat me. I think one
Good.
time
100
she
or
got
150.
150. 3 of the 4
150.
Grand Prix, she got first place. And on the last one, I could have gotten first place, but it was like, I want the 3 stars on the cup. And I stopped and let her win.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Because even she was like, we got to do this again because we don't have 3 stars. And I was like,
Yes, we do.
you know what's up. I was like, you know what's up. Getting
Yeah.
those 3 stars, even though I don't know what the purpose is of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I have all 3 in the 50, the 100, and like half the 150. I need mirror
That's-
and 200.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
So it's fucking.
Um,
Maybe we can do that together.
Oh, and also yesterday I picked up my mattress.
Oh, you picked it up.
So UPS, it was
Okay.
gonna be
The
shit. It
fuck.
was gonna be delivered on Thursday,
Okay.
and I got done work a little bit early on Thursday, and I got home, and I was home between like 1:30 or 2 in the afternoon until I had to leave for D&D, which was at like 4:30.
Okay.
And I was like talking to my roommates. I'm like, hey, if you're home, this package needs a signature, because I mean it costs $650. I'm not gonna let that sit out on the porch and possibly have someone steal it when it's a huge box. Obviously, it's gonna be something expensive. Um,
Yeah.
and I think my one roommate missed it by like less than 10 minutes for signing
Oh
it.
god damn it.
So it's like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm going away for the weekend. So I just like went online and I was like, just send it to the UPS, whatever, and I'll pick it up. And it's like, all right, you have 5 business days to pick it up. So I picked it up yesterday.
There you go.
It's comfy.
Good. I'm glad. You waited
And
a long time for that.
It's so I didn't say what the company was. I don't know if I just said the company or not. It's a Casper.
Yes.
I think I told you after the
The
recording.
friendly
But
mattress.
yeah. But the cool thing is they like vacuum seal it, so it comes in a box. And it was
so
like
it's memory
once,
foam.
yeah, and
Okay.
like when you cut it open, it just like instantly just like expands by like 3 times the size, and it's like holy fuck,
Yeah.
and it expands like it expands pretty quickly too. Like I think it was fully expanded within a minute of cutting the
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it was just like cut it. It was just like it's like oh okay.
Back up a little bit.
Yeah,
That's funny.
wasn't
though.
ready for that.
I got
Um,
that's the same deal with my beanbag chair.
Yeah,
It's 7-foot beanbag chair. It came in a box that was like a foot and a half by like 2 feet. I was like, how is this gonna work? And I opened it and like I didn't even have to open the box all the way because it ripped the box open itself. It was like bulging so bad. So I know what you
yeah.
mean.
And
Fun stuff.
then I think the only other thing was Sunday night. I had a staff party that I went to for work, and that was pretty
You guys
fun.
were throwing shit, right?
Yeah,
saw you guys
so
throwing stuff.
like, so it was like probably about 3.5 hours long at one of our locations.
Nice.
And like I've been to a couple of them before, so like I kind of knew roughly what was gonna happen.
Okay.
And like, pretty much they explained that there were like 3 little games we could do and an obstacle course, that we set up in the gym. And like one of the games was you get 2 magnets and you gotta, or yeah, you're partnered up with someone. You each get a magnet and you have to roll a magnet across the table around a marker and back down the length of the table. So
Okay.
they're like cylindrical magnets.
Yep.
But if they get attached, it's a 2-second penalty, and if it falls off the table, it's a 5-second penalty.
Ah.
Well, me and one of the other setters, our first try, like we were thinking about putting like a tablecloth down, but we decided not to. First try, it took us like a minute 30 or something, or maybe it was 2 minutes, and like we were only a second group to go, and then we put the tablecloth down, and me and my partner figured out how to do it, and we got it in like 45 seconds with like it
Nice.
attaching to each other like 4 times.
Nice.
And it was like, all right, like that's a pretty good go, and we just kept an eye on it all night, and we won that. So we got prizes for that.
What'd you get?
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
And then the other ones were, there were 4 people with like rubber band type, like they attach 4 rubber bands to another rubber band, and you each have to pull on it and like stack cups, if that makes sense. If I were to show it to you, you would know, like, so there's a rubber band, and like you attach a rubber band, 4 other rubber bands to it, so that way when each person pulls on it, it expands
Gotcha.
the
Yep.
rubber
And then
band,
you use
and you have
that
to
to grip
stack,
a cup-
yeah,
a
to
cup,
grip
yeah,
cups
okay.
and make a cup pyramid.
Yep,
There's that,
makes sense.
and then the other one was making boxes that essentially hold like manila folders and stuff,
Yep.
which I don't know why they had that. We're convinced it was because they needed them and they wanted
And
cheap,
man, once you
easier
guys to
labor.
make them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the
Makes
obstacle
sense.
course was we set up a cargo net. You had to climb across the cargo net, go underneath the pads while holding your partner's hand. On the wall, we have holes that can hold hula hoops, vertical. So you had to climb through the hula hoops without knocking them over.
Oh.
Then you had to run it in between all the ropes on the top rope wall, and then jump onto a stack of pads, which was probably about eye level for me. And then hop off of that, and between you and your partner, you had to carry 2 medicine balls that are probably like 1.5 to 2 feet in diameter. One above your head with each other, and one in between your bodies without using your arms for like, I don't know, it's probably like 50 feet. But once you picked the medicine balls, you couldn't put them down. So like, you just had to hope you got a light one. So like, if you got a heavy one, you were like, fuck.
That's
And
funny.
me and my partner got 3rd in the obstacle course.
Nice.
But essentially what I got was, the other thing I like about this is because that I knew was coming was with the prizes. It was like, you don't necessarily know what you're going to get. You get a list of stuff. I think the list was like sports, cultural, food, femme fatale,
Food.
something else, and something else.
Food.
And the deal was, like, if you got something with the food or anything with clothing, if you got something with the food, you had to take a sizable bite out of it.
Okay.
And if you got, like, anything with clothing, you had to put it on and take a picture of yourself in a public spot with it. So for the obstacle course, I won. And I chose sports. I chose the first one to be safe because I knew some of them were not safe. And I got a set of shuttlecocks for badminton, birdies.
Okay. How often do you play shuttlecock?
Not a lot, and it's not useful without the rackets anyway. So
So
just got
gotta-
2, 3, 4, 6 shuttlecocks now.
just 6 cocks just sitting there.
Yep, just 6 cocks. So that's one thing I got.
Uh,
And then the other 2 things I got are actually kind of useful.
Okay, good.
Not useful, but stuff that was like, all right, this works for me. Was femme fatale we chose because me and my partner didn't know what femme fatale was.
what the fuck's femme fatale?
Something involving women, I guess, because my partner got a Captain Marvel comic, which he was like, he's like, you can have this because I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm like, all right.
Remind me about
And then
comics.
I got a Harley Quinn comic with a
fuck
Harley
yeah.
Quinn mask.
You better go with Harley Quinn for fucking Halloween this year.
And like, I pulled it out of the bag. I was like, honestly, this couldn't have gone to a better person. Like, I will actually use this stuff.
Yep. That's freaking cool, man. Good.
But like my roommate, he got a tank top of the American flag with fireworks as the white stripe, solo cups as the red stripes, and I don't remember what the stars and the blue part of the flag were, but it was like kind of like hickey rednecky type, and a Garth Brooks Volume 1 like book or something.
Oh god.
And it was like, Jesus Christ. But the food, you're saying food?
Food.
So the one guy chose food. He got pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts.
Yep.
And he, like I said, he went, they were like, the general manager was like, if you choose food, you have to take a sizable bite of it. So he took the pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts and ate it. I don't remember what he said it was like, though. The other food was, my boss took it that I was on the obstacle race with, and it was a container of sprinkles, or jimmies.
Sprinkles.
Yeah, take a sizable bite of it. So he undid the top,
Good.
pulled off the seal, and just like poured it all into his mouth. And he didn't do it once. Like, he poured it in, like chewed a bunch, swallowed a little bit, and just poured more.
Said sizable.
Yeah. And then the final one was a
sprinkles.
bag of pork grinds.
Pork grinds or the pork
Pork
rinds?
grinds. Pork grinds.
Pork rinds.
Rinds?
They're pork rinds.
I think it might be pork grinds. Yeah, I think you're right.
Rinds, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And she had to take a bite out of that, and she did not seem to enjoy it.
I don't know what the fuck they are. I actually,
Honestly?
to be honest, I saw some dude at the refinery today at work eating them. like spicy, flaming hot.
Yeah,
pork
and that's
rinds. I
the
was like,
thing.
what the
Like,
fuck, dude?
like
What are you,
she didn't
60?
like it, and then like she put the bag down, and like 5 people converged on it instantly. We're like, oh man, these are good. Um, it's pork
Whatever.
fat. It's essentially pork fat by the what
So just like
Wikipedia tells me.
the edges of bacon,
I guess,
which
yeah,
which I'm guessing would be pretty good.
yeah.
Hmm.
But
Can I say something else about my week?
yeah. I mean, I think I pretty much am done.
Cool. Sounds like a good solid week, man. It's fun. I've been reading a shitload of comic on Marvel Unlimited.
I've noticed that because
By the way.
there's a couple of days where I pulled up Marvel Unlimited to read. I think pretty much I'm only reading the Hulk on there right now, and I've been seeing
Gotcha.
like a bunch of stuff on the currently reading and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, Al's been doing work.
I've probably read like fucking 35 comics. To be honest.
It's worth
I've
it.
been yeah, dude. Speaking of which, I gotta give you money for that. But
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I don't have Venmo anymore. But
We'll figure it out.
so I read like 8 of the 2018 Deadpool on there.
I haven't read any of 2018 Deadpool yet.
I read all of them. Funny as shit. I read Secret Agent Deadpool, the whole series. It's just a six comic run, I think.
Okay.
Again, funny as shit. And I'm reading through right now the Ant-Man, the Astonishing Ant-Man from 2015. So there's like 15 of those, and I think I'm on like 8 or 7 or something. So I've been reading a lot. I've been
Yeah, I know
putting
you
some in
have.
the downloads, and like I've had some downtime in between like well installations this week, and I just well, these guys are going to decon their augers. Okay, pull up a comic. 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes later, awesome, done.
Yeah.
Take it, remove from downloads, and
Yep.
do some more work, and then come back. Oh, they're deconning again. Perfect. So, I've been. It's awesome, especially on the tablet.
Oh yeah.
Turning it sideways. The tab. It's a foot. It's a 12-inch screen. So it's a full comic page.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome. Also, when I was in Ogden, we had like 6 hours in between the morning and the night show. We went to town to get something to eat for lunch, and we pulled over on the side of the road, and sure as shit, what was right next to us? A comic shop.
Nice.
Fucking massive comic shop. So we went in there and just poked around. I looked for a compendium for Squirrel Girl, couldn't find one. But
I don't know if there are any compendiums.
I don't know either. But I was just
Honestly, your best bet would be Amazon to find
Amazon.
a compendium.
yeah. But we went in there and they had a lot of shit. Like a lot. Like rows and rows
Yeah.
and rows and rows of Marvel, rows and rows and rows of DC stuff,
Yep.
and like silver or something. There's like silver
Wait.
lining, or some kind of comics, silver or something.
I'm not sure off the top.
I'm
of
not
my head.
entirely sure, but they had a little section of that too. But they also in the back had like a section of like action figures and like
Mhm.
figurines and whatnot, and they had a fuckload of Star Wars stuff. They had a fuckload of Batman, of course, DC and Marvel stuff, but they had a surprisingly large amount of Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, which I appreciated, but I thought was kind of random. I mean,
I think the movies
yeah,
and the MCU has definitely helped pull them into the spotlight. Like before the movies,
nobody knew 'em.
except for avid comic readers, no one knew
Mm-mm.
that
Nope.
they were even a thing.
Nah. So I'm learning about a bunch of random, stupid villains that I don't think are actually big players in the game, but
Yeah,
just some random people that the Ant-Man
yeah.
is
It's
fighting
it's
now. So
it's really funny when you read comics of like how many villains there are that are just like
yeah, just like one-offs.
they're there and they reoccur here and there, but they're not like super
They're
big
like-
villains.
They're D-list villains rather than
Yeah.
the A Galactuses and fucking Thanoses, and then B
Yeah.
like the Ronins and stuff. But like, yeah, these
I
guys
mean-
are like the voice. Okay, his power is everything he tells somebody they have to do. Pretty much, it's a brainwash, and then he gets defeated in like one issue, and then he's gone. I was like, okay.
Well, there's hang on, I'm trying to find some of them. There's some from Batman that are like, what the fuck? Like
yep, some weird motherfuckers.
like Calculator is a highly intelligent criminal who fights Batman with Justice League and the Justice League wearing a costume designed like a pocket calculator. In spite of his powerful arsenal, Calculator never makes it big as a costume villain. Now relying solely on his intellect, he works as a successful information broker.
That's not that
Like
aerodynamic.
that's
Can't really
that's
run
one
too
of them.
fast. Yeah, I just encountered Plant Man and Ant Man, and he used the garden to entangle him, and Ant Man just shrunk down and kicked his ass. But it was, still, it's
There's
just
another
random
one.
people.
For Batman, Kite Man commits crimes by arming himself with kite weapons and hang gliding on a large kite.
Right, rob a bank, quick! Need to get up high. Not gonna work out too well.
Yeah, there's
Interesting.
a
Yeah,
there's a
there's some
bunch of Batman villains that are like, what
obscure
the fuck?
kind of. Yeah.
I think there's like
what?
maybe
So,
not. Maybe that was a joke. I thought there was like a condiment villain.
I guarantee somewhere there is. He squirts ketchup and relish into the eyes of
Yeah.
the unknown. Yeah. So anyway, I've been digging it again. I've gotten into it and it's fun.
Nice.
It's really fun. Just I appreciate the artwork too. It's just really cool
Yeah.
seeing what people come up with and make. It's awesome. Anywho, want to get some news then?
Sure.
What little news we have? I guess before that, let me go ahead and say, self promote.
Oh.
Our Instagram page and everything because I always forget to do that. But anyway, if you guys are digging it, loving it, go ahead, give us a follow on Instagram, guy_party_pod. If you guys have any questions you might want us to answer or just anything in general to tell us, email us, guyparty91@gmail.com. And we have, of course, our website. You can go on there, listen to all the audio versions, and watch the video versions as well, and leave comments and feedback. So we'd appreciate it. Anyway, what's the news, Mattio? What do you got?
Nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
I have something.
I have one thing I saw today, but it's not really news. It's just kind of a what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
these aren't really. There's not really much of meat and potatoes this week, actually, to be honest. But
Nope.
first thing I got, I thought was interesting because me and Ashley are children and we enjoy this show. Nickelodeon announces a SpongeBob SquarePants prequel series about a 10-year-old SpongeBob. So Nickelodeon has announced that it has greenlit a 13-episode SpongeBob SquarePants prequel series. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. Don't know why. Tentatively titled Camp Corral. Wow, this is too much alliteration. I'm fucking sub. Which will introduce a 10-year-old SpongeBob SquarePants during his summer at Sleepaway Camp. Production on this new animated series will begin this month, which is June, at Nickelodeon in California. The official description for the show reads, SpongeBob and his pals spend the summer building underwater campfires, catching wild jellyfish, and swimming in Lake Yucky Muck at the craziest camp in the kelp forest, Camp Corral. So, I'm interested.
I mean,
I love SpongeBob.
I'm pretty big on SpongeBob. I know it's definitely a show me and my friends quote a lot. Like, to the extent, like, when I was up in Brooklyn this past weekend, seeing my one friend, she loves SpongeBob too. The amount of times we'll just pull a quote out of nowhere.
Yup.
And it happened a couple times this weekend where, like, she was, like, I said a quote, and she was like, God damn it, I was just about to say that. And it was just, like, it's one of those things where it's, like, we just know so many quotes that's, like, if it hits the moment right, it comes out.
Yep. I can't hear someone say the word chocolate without thinking.
What are they selling?
I remember when they first made chocolate.
They're selling chocolate!
Chocolate. The guy's just following him, like deathly screaming chocolate after. I just wanted to buy all of your chocolate. So that's just one thing. When I drop an ice cube on the ground, like when I'm getting ice out of the refrigerator, I can't not think of the salty spittoon when SpongeBob runs inside, trips on an ice cube, falls and breaks his neck, or fucking whatever he does. But yeah, it's a very cool show, and I'm excited for this. So I thought it was worth mentioning. I guess next up on the docket is apparently a rumored DLC for Borderlands 2, a game that came out in 2012, so it's like 7 years ago. That's getting some more DLC, and apparently it's releasing during E3 2019 as a bridge into Borderlands 3, which E3 2019 is what, next week?
Yes.
Yeah, so
so.
next week
Yeah.
we might be getting some fucking DLC for Borderlands 2. I'm just really hoping it's not like $20. I hope it's like maybe like $9.99 or something. But the article reads, as we hit terminal velocity toward, and this comes from PlayStationLifestyle.net. Don't really know what the fuck that is, but as we hit terminal velocity towards Borderlands 3's September release date, it turns out the big numbered entry might not have been the only thing that Gearbox has been hard at work on. A trusted anonymous source, I hate trusted anonymous sources, just tell me, with first-hand knowledge has hinted to us that we might see more Borderlands 2 content in a couple of weeks. A DLC expansion to bridge the gap between the end of Borderlands 2 and the beginning of Borderlands 3. Titled Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary, the upcoming Borderlands 2 expansion will allow players to get in one last hurrah and satiate the thirst for Borderlands that you might be feeling in the next few months. Our source tells us that Borderlands 2 DLC will be dropping sometime during E3 week, so if you need to re-download the game and get it updated in preparation, you might want to start now. So it's coming for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and there's no word if the DLC will also come in PSVR. So I guess it's gonna follow like Lilith after the interrogation of
Interesting.
Athena, and how
Yeah.
they went from that situation to kind of where they are now. So, of course, I'm extremely interested in this, and I'm kind of giddy, but I have so many other fucking games I gotta play.
Yeah.
Currently. I still have to beat The Witcher because I've been gone for a while. I'm hoping to do that tonight. Sorry, hoping to do that tonight. Let's try it again.
Hoping.
Yeah. So I mean, God, fuck. What'd you say? I think I might have like 2 hours left or so.
Probably 2 to 3. I would
Okay.
guess.
Maybe that's a 2-night session tonight and tomorrow, but whatever. And then I downloaded the GTA series. I'm gonna do a little PS2 stream situation, GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Man.
So I gotta do all that along with Manhunt. So it's like, god damn. We'll see. And finally, I didn't find. I heard a rumor about the Pro Dock, for a Switch.
Yeah. What is this?
I think it's just a dock that's like can. I think what I read, I can't find that actual article. Like, it will like overclock the console during like load times and stuff, and make the load times a lot faster without draining battery, especially during
Okay.
like. Which I mean, you don't need to drain battery. I don't know what the fuck. But while looking for this article, I found an article that said Nintendo Switch could be getting its own version of the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt series. But it also states that CD Projekt Red will have to dramatically reduce the scale of the title and its graphical performance, just like the Mortal Kombat 11 team did. I think that would just ruin the experience of the game, right? I mean, you're going to destroy it graphically and just reduce the game story as a whole. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be
I don't know.
interesting to see what the reviews are on
yeah,
it.
but if anybody stumbles across that Pro Switch thing, please let me know, because I can't seem to find anything about it anymore. It was on Reddit, and there's a video here about it, but I'm not gonna watch the video now, of course. But I'd like to learn more about that again. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting that CD Projekt Red would really downscale their game like that. But anyway, doesn't matter. That's really all I have news-wise.
Do you have a question of the week?
I was thinking of a question of the week, and I don't know if
Okay.
I've already asked this one before.
Well, before we get to
But
that,
you-
I got one thing that I actually saw earlier tonight that I want to bring up real quick.
Dude, shoot it out.
Did you hear what Apple announced? I think it was today.
No, what did Apple fucking announce?
No, it must have been yesterday because I heard it on a podcast that was recorded yesterday. So they announced a stand for their new monitor, which the monitor alone costs $5,000.
Oh, I did see something
Did
like
you-
this.
Did
Oh,
you
I
see
didn't
how much the stand costs?
No.
You want to take a guess?
Oh Jesus! If it's a $5,000, so okay, it's just the stand.
Just the stand.
Oh God, it's just the stand for a $5,000 monitor. $1,100.
Close. 1,000
Oh my God, dude!
For the monitor.
Why?
or for the stand.
How big is the monitor? How big is the screen for the monitor?
I don't. 32-inch 6K monitor.
6K,
So,
dude. Nothing can even fucking give
well,
out
I think
6K.
it seems like from the articles and things I've read, it's more for like people working in a professional field where they need like a good monitor. Don't know why they would need a 6K monitor.
Could
Uh,
anything even
I don't think anything can even run on 6K right now.
could could the human eye even really tell the difference between 4 and 6K at this fucking point? Like,
Honestly, I don't know. But yeah,
yeah,
so
neither,
the
but
standalone costs $1,000. By the way, the monitor doesn't come with a stand, which is I think the best part. Uh,
could you mount the monitor to a wall
so luckily,
and say
if
fuck
you
the stand?
so don't worry. Uh,
Oh my
Apple is also
Apple.
offering a $200 VESA mount adapter, which lets you mount the Pro Display to an existing monitor stand.
Okay, see? Okay. That
So,
was a good question I asked. You can mount it, but still
if you
pay
don't want to
more.
spend $1,000 on the stand, you can spend $200 to be able to mount it to an already existing stand. It doesn't come with a stand. It doesn't stand on its own. You are essentially buying a tablet.
Fuck you, Apple.
It seems like
You guys suck.
like
Oh my
it's
god.
it's like everyone's like it feels like it's getting to a point where it's like how far can they go? They're seeing how far they can go before their
Yeah.
fanboys start like losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, you
that
can use
blows
these
my mind.
headphones? Oh, you can't. But here's a dongle,
Yeah,
$45. Those $400 headphones you bought last year, you can't use them anymore. Why?
blows my mind.
You need a dongle if you want
It
to use them.
it blows my mind. The cash
So
grabs they do.
proprietary, brother. God damn it. I'm so anti-Apple, it's not even funny. My brother's so pro-Apple, it's disgusting. I am Samsung, Android kind of guy. I know you have an iPhone, but
No,
whatever.
I have a Droid.
You do?
Or yeah,
Was it, since
I
when?
got the Galaxy. I got a Galaxy a little over a year ago.
You had an iPhone though.
I did.
Yeah, okay, never
what's
mind
this?
then. Okay,
I got it.
yeah.
So
Samsung.
I got Galaxy right before Infinity War came out, or right
Okay.
after Infinity War came out, because I remember. This is the only reason I remember it. My iPhone started acting up. Deleted like 99% of my messages.
Yeah.
Was having trouble connecting to the internet. Couldn't send iMessages to anyone else that had an iPhone.
Mm.
And I remember I took a picture of because I bought the Infinity War tickets online.
Yep.
I took a picture of it and sent it to my friend that I was going to see it with. I was like, "Hey, I'm sending you this picture just in case, you know, like my phone has been fucking acting up like crazy. Sending you a
Yeah.
picture of this in case for some reason I somehow lose it." She's like, "Okay, cool." And I think like that day at Infinity War, no, I think it was the following day Infinity War came out. I went and just got a new phone. I was like, I'm not. Now I went Galaxy. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm always someone that like. I'm not saying I'm anti like wristwatch person.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep.
But being a root setter, it's like if I wear a watch, it's just gonna get beat up. My wrists are constantly grabbing stuff and stuff like that.
Yep.
I would get scraped up in a heartbeat. But I got an email from Loot Crate last night.
Yeah.
And it was like, get this special Batman smartwatch for like $99 when originally it was like $150. And I was like I'm not a watch person. I was just talking to my roommate about this, how like I can't see myself buying a watch because it just gets beat up. Like he's like, my roommate was like, well, you know, when like you get dressed up, you know, you can look nice. Like it just adds to it. I'm like, I never get dressed
When the
up.
fuck do I get this?
I'm like, you wanna know when I get dressed up? Weddings. That's
Weddings.
when I get dressed up.
Weddings and like that occasional
Weddings.
random good work party for Christmas or something. That's it.
Okay, I work at a rock gym. I don't get that.
Yeah. Yeah. Ours was like I wore a polo and jeans. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't get dressed up.
Yeah. And it was like, it was funny because I was just talking to him like a day
I'm a
before how I
geologist.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Or I couldn't see myself doing it. And I got the email. I was like,
Fuck it. You pulled the trigger. Right?
it's the special edition Batman one. I'm going to get it.
Nice. Good
So
for
I
you.
ordered it. I don't think it's even shipped yet.
Gotcha. Do you have Prime?
But So it's not
I know,
through
I know, I
Amazon.
know it's Loot Crate, but I'm just curious. Do you have Prime?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Do
sure I
you
don't pay for it.
you don't pay for
I don't think so.
it?
I remember when I signed up for it, it was like
Nice.
enter your student email and get like a free month or free year of Prime. And I entered my old Bloom email, and this was like I think like 2 years ago,
Oh, nice.
and I don't think I'm paying for it still.
Nice, dude.
So
I'm saving $13 a month. I have it,
yeah,
but I'm still on my free trial. I don't know if I should keep it or not because the free two. Okay, so the way I think of it, the shipping is like what,
really
$6,
depends on
right?
it.
Usually
Really
5,
depends on how
$6.
much you use
Order.
it. I feel like
Yeah, but if you order 2 things a month on Amazon,
that's what I mean.
I figure 2 things a month,
Yeah,
which Ashley just ordered headphones. I just ordered new stuff for my headphones. I order stuff from there, so like two
Yeah.
orders pretty much pays for itself in the shipping aspect. Plus, it's 2 day shipping,
yeah.
so it's like
I think we talked about this last week about
yeah,
the 2
we
day
talked
shipping
we talked
stuff.
about how much
Instant
how fast we
gratification
expect
and
it.
all that. Yeah.
So I don't know if I should.
I mean,
keep it.
I enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
one,
Like,
I don't think I'm even paying for it right now for somehow. But
good.
yeah, I mean, like
Like the system.
when I use it, it's nice to know like, oh, I'm gonna get this in 2 days, or sometimes it's I'm gonna get this tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I was gonna say I ordered
Like,
1 day
sometimes
shipping. It's got there in like 20 hours.
Well, sometimes when I go to order something, it's like order in the next so many hours, and it'll
3
be
hours,
here
yeah.
tomorrow. And it's like,
Okay.
all right,
And it's free ship. Okay. What's the catch? No, you'll just get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was baffled. I was like, oh, there's no way. There's no way it'll come tomorrow. And I ordered something, and
Mhm.
sure as shit, it was there in like 21 hours. It wasn't even a
Yeah.
full day. I was like, what the fuck?
It's nice. I enjoy it.
It's cool. So I might keep it, but it comes with like Amazon Prime, like music and like TV shows. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll watch any of that.
Oh, that actually reminded me. I started watching Westworld
Yeah.
last week.
Okay.
I'm like 2 or 3 episodes in. Pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
It's an interesting concept. I don't know if
Okay.
you know what it's about.
Mm-mm.
Essentially,
Yeah.
it's actually so it's originally a novel. It's by the
Yeah.
same guy who did Jurassic Park.
Okay.
And it's kind of in the same vein of that, of where people can pay to go to a Western, like almost like theme park, amusement park type thing,
Oh.
where it's filled with robots that like act out like stories they're saying.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that whole aspect. And there's one character, I don't know if he's a robot or not right now. They haven't really said, and they haven't really shown either
Okay.
way if he is or isn't. But it's like you can slowly see like things are starting to fall apart, kind of like how Jurassic Park, like things fall apart. It's like kind of in that same vein where like
Okay.
things seem to like you can tell things are starting to like go
Get
wrong.
dismantled and yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm interested
So,
now. Is it first-
unfortunately, I heard a podcast the other day that explained what happened at the end of season 1, so I know how season
Son
1
of a
ends.
bitch. At least it's not the series finale.
No, season 3 is premiering on HBO soon.
Oh, so
It's
the
not out
series
yet.
isn't over. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah, series
over.
isn't even over. But like,
Gotcha.
if you know how season 1 ends, you know what like you can see the things that are happening before they happen.
I'm sorry it
Um,
was spoiled for you, buddy. Oh, that sucks.
I mean, it's one of those things where like I listened to this podcast for a long time. I listened to it when Westworld came out. And I didn't remember anything they talked about. It could have been one of those things because they do it with Game of Thrones, or did it with Game of Thrones, where it's like last 25 minutes was solely just Game of Thrones talk.
yeah.
So it's like if you haven't seen it yet, next 25 minutes or so, it's just going to be Game of Thrones. You're not
Skip.
going to miss anything if you haven't watched it yet. Just stop listening if you don't want it spoiled. So it could have been something like that where once they started that, I just stopped and turned it off because I didn't watch it. So
Yeah.
it's like they're just going to be talking about nothing to me.
Yeah.
But now they do a post show also,
Yep.
and they started talking about on that, and they said how it ends, and they're like, oh, by the way, we're going to be talking about Westworld apparently now. So if you haven't seen it yet, for a show that's been out for however many years, spoiler alert. And I was like,
Damn it.
I kind of want to watch that, and might start watching it. And They said it before I actually started watching it, but it's like,
Oh, so okay,
oh,
okay. So you're
yeah.
just
So it wasn't like I was actively watching at the time, but it was like,
okay. That makes
I
more.
mean, I know it's a good show. I want to get around to watching it. I want to try and get caught up before season 3 comes out.
Good.
So
Cool, man.
we'll see.
That's good. Glad.
Yeah. But anyway, question
I'm
of the
trying
week.
to-
Do you have one?
I was trying to think. Did we discuss your favorite boss battle or most memorable boss battle
I
in
don't
a
think we
game?
have.
What's the most memorable boss battle that you can think of in a video game that you've played? That's left like you think about.
I'm gonna have to.
that one.
I'm gonna have to. There's. I don't know. I'm gonna have to scroll through my games real quick and see if there is one.
Something that kind of like left an impact on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm trying to think. Do you want to answer your answer? Do you have one?
I think I do, and it's just it's not like really like a big game or anything, but it's the final boss in Manhunt,
Okay.
Pigsy. It scared the shit out of me so much and freaked me out in such a way that I will never that boss battle the first time I played it, and it was like 15 minutes of just me being like terrified. I finally killed him, but it was scary. It was very, very scary, and it just left a very deep imprint on my mind. Thinking about like different boss battles and stuff. Like, of course, you can Ganon here, or, whatever, the end of some other game, but that one just left its most very large impression on me. So that's all I thought of.
I mean,
It wasn't necessarily like crazy hard. It was just like, fucking god.
I
It's a
feel
guy
like
with
there
a
was
big head cut off, and he's wearing it. By the way, that's why his name's Pigsy. And he has a chainsaw.
maybe. Okay. So 2, I'm probably gonna have to go with are both from Dark Souls.
Okay.
I feel like there's
kinda
one
had a
I'm
feeling.
thinking of. It might be a Dark Souls boss I'm thinking of. One from the first game is Ornstein and Smo, or Smog, however you want to say his name.
Okay.
Because it's like it's in the first half, probably even could say first third of the game,
Yeah.
and it's like you kind of feel like you're getting a grasp on things, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, guess what? This boss fight, you gotta fight 2 bosses at once.
Oh.
And it's like in Dark Souls, it's like, okay, this is like taking what I thought I could do and stepping it up a whole nother level. And once you play Dark Souls enough, it's not that big of an issue.
Yeah.
But when you kill one, the other gets full health and goes essentially Super Saiyan.
Typical.
So it's like, all right, like it's not only just 2 fights at the same time, but it's once you kill one, it's taking it even a step further up.
Okay.
And I just remember that, like, I always hear people on Reddit and stuff being like, this was where I got stuck for a while. And it was like, either they just grind out to, like, get a really high level comparatively and can do it easier, or just get good. And then the other is actually the final boss in Dark Souls 3, the Lord of Cinder, because you fight him, and I think he has like 3 phases.
Oh,
And it's just,
yeah,
it's just,
multi-phase bosses
like-
are always like
it's like the health bar goes all the way down, goes back up, goes all the way down again, and I think it goes up once more. I want to check that. But
yeah.
the cool thing about it is, spoiler alert, if you're playing through Dark Souls and don't want this spoiled,
Stop now.
for the next, couple minutes.
16 seconds.
Is essentially I'm trying to actually double check on if he does do this or not, but like the last phase, he essentially becomes the boss of the first game. Like he has like the same movesets, same moves and everything, like same stances and stuff.
Okay. So it pays to have played the first game to know maybe a little bit.
Yeah, if you didn't play the first game, you wouldn't understand it.
You wouldn't get it.
But oh no, he only has 2 phases. Okay. But the other cool thing is when he does go into that second phase, the final phase where he becomes like essentially the fight from the first one.
Yeah.
The music from that first first game's final boss starts
Plays.
playing also,
That's awesome.
which is cool. It's like a nice little homage because it's just like this nice like, it's not even fast. It's like kind of slow piano-esque. From what I remember. Now I want to actually look that up too.
Yeah. It reminds me.
But it's cool because it's not like super high intensity music. It's just because that's what I feel like Dark Souls does a lot. It's like no music, boss fight, music kind of gets amped, and then like this last one is like just like a calm, like almost sad piano.
That's cool. That reminds me of like the end boss in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. The Sentinel or whatever. Yeah, he goes through each elemental phase at the end. Like, oh, I finally beat him. Fuck. It goes to corrosion. Oh, I finally beat him. Fuck. It goes to like electricity. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Actually, I'm playing the music right now. I'm just a little snippet.
Gotcha.
I actually just sent you the link too.
Yeah, I saw.
But it's like when you listen to it, it's like not what you would expect of a final boss fight.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
it's like
Cool.
very sad and quiet. But yeah, I would probably have to go with one of them. I feel like there's another boss where it's like not in Dark Souls, but
Like fun.
like not necessarily fun, but has like a surprise to it where it's like, oh, like, you know, I was not ready for that.
Didn't expect that.
Oh wait, maybe there is. What is this? Maybe it was a DLC boss that has 3 faces. Oh, okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
Not one that I beat. But yeah, there's definitely bosses out there. I can't think of why I can't. Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
I'm just
Anyway.
gonna be babbling on
Yeah.
nothing.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Suck it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty much. That's all I have, dude,
That's all you have?
for this week. Yes.
I just found an article with the top 100 hardest video game bosses.
What's the top 3 hardest?
Do you want to go top 3 or? I'm just scrolling through them real quick. I'm just gonna see. Mewtwo is number 67 from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Yeah, but you don't want to beat him. You want to catch him. Save that goddamn Master Ball. Right.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Oh, one thing I'm actually gonna bring up. I saw someone streaming Resident Evil 2 the other day. And remember how you saw Mr. X, like the big guy in the trench coat, and there's like all those memes and like
Thanks, gonna give it to
funny
you.
clips of him.
Yep.
Someone made a mod where it turns all the zombies into Mr. X.
No thanks.
It's like, why would you put yourself through that?
That guy's.
I don't even know what to call it. Torture?
Yeah.
It was like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
No
why?
thanks.
Alright, so let's see. Oh, look at that. Ornstein and Smough is number 22 on the list. Alright, I'll just hit top 10 as I slowly get there. I'm just seeing if there's anyone else that hits me. Oh, Fume Knight from Dark Souls 2. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Number 10, Mike Tyson from Punch-Out.
Mike Tyson.
Number 9, Dr. Wily's Yellow Devil from Mega Man.
Okay.
Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 2. Flame Lurker from Demon's Souls. Surprise. Orphan of Kos, K-O-S, from Bloodborne. Emerald Weapon from Final Fantasy VII. Through the Fire and Flames from Guitar Hero 3. Nameless King from Dark Souls 3.
Man, a lot of times.
Cthulhu from World of Warcraft. Would have never guessed number 1 if we're being honest. Skolas from Destiny House of Wolves, which I think is probably an expansion on Destiny.
Yeah.
Well then,
Would have thought that.
not me.
But whatever.
That's for sure.
Whatever. Well, that's cool. A lot of Bloodborne Souls-esque demon
Yeah.
things.
I'm not surprised with it being top 100 hardest.
Mhm.
If we're being honest.
Yeah. Well, doesn't surprise me at all.
Nope.
Nope. Want to give a rundown here in 30.
Sure, go for it. Starting now.
Okay, this week, Guy Party Podcast, we talk what's been going on, what we've been playing. We talk some quick news about the SpongeBob spinoff. We talk some Borderlands 2 DLC coming out the week of E3, which is next week. We get sidetracked talking about a Pro Doc for the Switch and get on some other stuff talking about Switch for The Witcher 3. Then we go over some Dark Souls stuff that we're just talking about and the hardest bosses of all time. And that was the question every week. Sorry.
I think that was like about 30 seconds.
Wrap it up. Let me do a timeout there and say that wasn't the hardest boss of the week. It was the most memorable boss that you had in the question of the week. So sorry. But anyway, that's the gist of the episode, pretty much in 30 seconds. So
Yep.
if you want to go back and those topics fucking pique your interest, go check it out. But I guess I'll do it for us for this week, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, recording on a rare Tuesday night, but it just what had to happen. But hope you guys enjoyed, and we will most likely catch you next week. See you.
Bye.